All's well that ends evil. Thanos had discovered that he could charge the gauntlet of finitude with evilness. It seemed obvious for him to perform evil deeds in exchange for letting the common good win in the end.
Even more powerful!
It is tragic that this place of good must be destroyed. But I need the resulting evilness to charge the gauntlet. That is the only way I can destroy the absolute evil!
Thanos had obviously misplaced a few of his marbles. He marauded through the countryside, committing evil deeds in order to strengthen the good.
I totally have this déjà vu thing. Very strong third part vibes. But fine, I've got the spear for his head ready now. And this time, it's got freaking barbs.
Nevertheless, the absolute evil had to react. A Thanos charged with evilness was a terrible opponent. For the good of the world, he had to be slowed and stopped.
So now, we're trying to steal the evilness from right under his nose?
Yes, that's the way it looks.
Oh, hell yes, count me in. So we do what bad guys do, and we stick it to my crazy foster father in the process.
Surely something useful could be done with the evilness later on. But first, Talia had to act faster than Thanos.
Okay, let's get out there and start doing evil deeds, so we can stop my now evil foster father from doing evil deeds. For evil! Or for the good. Oh, somehow I kind of lost the plot there somewhere. Forward, creatures!
Payday. A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon.
My faithful subjects, destroy the dungeon, destroy the absolute evil, and my depraved foster daughter.
Tanos dispatched his remaining faithful towards the dungeon. From this point on, heroes would attack the underground.
No problem. That's basically extra evilness delivered free to my door. Right. Clean your weapons, oil your traps, and prepare the meteor spell.
Talia, I despise you for making me destroy these poor townsfolk. The light will judge you for that.
You've dug into a spider room. Manivores have appeared in your dungeon. Your little snots have dug into a spider nest.
I feel how the evilness strengthens my powers of good. Wonderful.
Tanos had captured a fair amount of evilness. The planning evil could try to stop him temporarily by having its creatures engage him in a fight.
Ha! Brilliant idea. I'm sure I would have thought of that too. Forward, creatures, into battle! Not all of you will survive, but that is a price I'm willing to pay.
okay?
Absolute evil had bagged some magnificent evilness. It was important to gain more of it than Thanos. The heroes' buildings presented themselves as high-heeled alternatives.
And another victory for Talia!
Talia, you may have been faster than me this time, but in the end, good shall inevitably triumph. I will destroy the next building!
A brilliant plan. We could beat Thanos even more easily if we earned ourselves a little extra evilness. Let's build a torture chamber.
Talia, that's the smartest thing you've said in a long time. I should mark this date in my calendar. Huh. the deliberate evil set about building a torture chamber. This would not only satisfy higher-level demons, but a little extra evilness could also be squeezed out of the heroes there.
It's payday.
Most of the cities in the Overworld were now just smoking ruins, but there were still mythical creatures living in the Overworld. Tanos's demented gaze turned to these.
It is my sacred duty to lead the light to victory. If I must destroy these good beings in order to do so, then so be it!
The good being killing evil's armies had discovered a giant hypno bullfrog. Enemies have entered the dungeon. A few stalwart heroes set about rebuilding the destroyed buildings.
That's monstrous! We have to stop them! Forward, creatures! Stop them at all costs! Thwart their plan! Scrub the floors with soap to make them slip and fall. Hasta la vista, baby!
Talia and the Speedy Evil had destroyed an aid shipment before Tanos got to it. The good being killing evil's armies had discovered a unicorn. Ding dong! It's payday! The merciless evil's armies rushed into battle with the Hypno Bullfrog to earn some wondrous evilness.
Snatch that good being right out from under the confused old man's nose.
Talia, you spoiled little brat. This will be the end of you.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Your gold vein is nearly exhausted.
Talia, the death of these poor townsfolk is your doing. You're forcing me to do these evil deeds. For this, you will pay.
Thanos, Father! I can no longer stand by and watch you perform despicable acts. This is not the way of the light. Rather, you have been seduced by the darkness. Since it was I who unleashed you upon this world, it is my duty to stop you.
Ooh, that was unexpected. Tristan now seems to have switched sides to join his evil stepsister in stopping his even more evil father.
Tristan, you traitor. You have turned away from the light, just like your sister. I will destroy you both!
The Hypno Bullfrog came back to life. The merciless evil's armies rushed into battle with the unicorn to earn some splendid evils.
once again. Talia saves the day. I mean, I'll nab the good being before that has-been Thanos can.
Your time is running out. Good shall prevail. I will destroy the next good being. Never defeat me. I must withdraw. But today is not the end of days. I shall return, light be praised. And be you certain this is clear. The light will prevail, be of cheer!
Thanos has been stopped. I will return should he again attack innocent people.
Enemies are in the dungeon. The good being beating evil had slain a good being before Thanos could get his hands on it. A gold vein has been mined out. The pernicious evil had already collected a quarter of the evilness. A victory over Thanos was in sight. The unicorn came back to life.
Absence was short-lived. I will fully charge the gauntlet and destroy evil.
The merciless evil's armies rushed into battle with the unicorn to earn some splendid evilness.
We snatched that good being right out from under the confused old man's nose.
Talia, you spoiled little rat! This will be the end of you!
The Hypno Bullfrog came back to life. Ding dong! It's payday! The merciless evil's armies rushed into battle with the Hypno Bullfrog to earn some wondrous evilness.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Once again, Talia saves the day. I mean, I'll nab the good being before that has-been Thanos can.
Your time is running out. Good shall prevail. I will destroy the next good being.
The vault of evilness was filled to bursting. The negligent evil had to either expand it as quickly as possible or invest in appropriate research. The unicorn came back to life. A new area of the dungeon has been discovered. The Hypno Bullfrog came back to life. A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon. payday! Creatures are collecting their pay. Your enemies are in the dungeon. You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon. Manivores have appeared in your dungeon. A new area has been unearthed in the dungeon. The merciless evil's armies rushed into battle with the unicorn to earn some splendid evilness. The space-saving evil could not store any more evilness.
We snatched that good being right out from under the confused old man's nose.
Talia, you spoiled little brat. This will be the end of you.
Now that even the mythical creatures in the area were becoming almost impossible to find, it was becoming increasingly difficult to find specific targets to gather evilness.
Is that a charity shipment for a nearby orphanage over there? Sad. But I will see it destroyed in the name of victory for good.
The merciless evil's armies rushed into battle with the Hypno Bullfrog to earn some wondrous evilness.
Once again, Talia saves the day. I mean, I'll nab the good being before that has-been Thanos can.
Your time is running out. Good shall prevail. I will destroy the next good being.
We've already raked in half the evilness. Thanos doesn't stand a chance against us.
Thanos was so weakened that he decided to retreat. The torture chamber was now ready. Higher-level demons vented their aggression on little snots, or even better, on heroes if there were any available. This also generated even more evilness.
Goddess has filled me with new strength. I will destroy the evil.
Manivores have appeared in your dungeon. Talia and the Swift Evil had destroyed an orphanage shipment before Tanos could do so. You have discovered a number of lava lumps.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
And the magnificent evil had discovered a particularly strong demonic creature in the underground. This would fit quite neatly into creature amassing evil's army. payday. A new area of the dungeon has been discovered. You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon. A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon. Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon.
Dahlia, it is only because of you that these poor citizens must die. This is your fault!
Are you out of your mind, you addle-pated old fool? You're the one killing them, and before I can do it, you bastard! Come on, creatures! We've got to get there first! Beat them, cross their eyes out with wax crayons! For the ferryman!
Another powerful demon had been discovered in the underground. Apparently, it was forgotten here during the last big game of hide and seek. It gratefully joined the infernal evil's army. Ding dong! It's payday! A new area of the dungeon has been discovered. The first hero disappeared into the torture chamber. And that's about enough details right there.
Stretch his arms out, bring on the beer twirler, and get me more of those ice cubes. No, not for my drink.
Well, let's just suffice to say that more evilness was generated here. Enemies are in the dungeon.
The death of these poor townsfolk is your doing. You're forcing me to do these evil deeds. For this, you will pay.
Gong! It's payday! Talia and the Speedy Evil had destroyed an aid shipment before Tanos got to it. Your gold vein is nearly exhausted.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
things continue to heat up in the torture chamber. The master of torture, Evil, used this side job to earn itself some extra evilness. Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay. The evilest evil had now collected about 3/4 of the required evilness. Its triumph over Thanos was within reach. A new area of the dungeon has been discovered. Manivores have appeared in your dungeon.
Dahlia, it is only because of you that these poor citizens must die. This is your fault!
Are you out of your mind, you addle-pated old fool? You're the one killing them, and before I can do it, you bastard! Come on, creatures! We've got to get there first! Hit them, beat them, cross their eyes out with wax crayons! For the ferryman! Ha ha ha! Amazed, aren't you, Thanos? We destroyed that building.
You've dug into a spider room. Payday! Manivores have appeared in your dungeon. Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon.
I wish there was another way than performing these evil deeds. But if this is the only way to let the light triumph, so be it!
An artifact was discovered in the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon. An artifact had been stored and was now manifesting its powers. A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon.
Talia, this is all happening because of you. Without you, none of this would be happening.
Without you either, but I have this spear here, just waiting to share some headspace.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon. Another hero was taken to the torture chamber. Payday!
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Hey, Thanos, see that food shipment for starving families there? I put the torch to that one before your decomposing brain even noticed it.
Just you wait. The next shipment will be mine.
See how that's done, Thanos? I'm sure the day Talia snatches a camp from right under your nose was the significant day in your life. But for me, it's just Wednesday.
Your enemies are in the dungeon. Talia and the Swift Evil had destroyed an orphanage shipment before Thanos could do so. And the Speedy Evil had destroyed an aid shipment before Thanos got to it.
be enough evilness to feed Gorgu. So, little baby, eat up all that tasty evilness.
Enriched by all this energy, Gorgu once again became the Dungeon Lord. In this form, he could take on Tanis's undead. At least, that's what Talia and the really thinking plans through evil thought.
What's with all the pessimism? Dungeon Lord Gorgu will thoroughly kick Tanos's butt, and then that barbed spear I mentioned earlier comes into play.